Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. Releasing on July 2nd, 2025, the film follows ex-Spec Ops agent Zora Bennett along with paleontologist Dr. Henry Loomis and Captain Duncan Kincaid as they infiltrate a forbidden island to retrieve DNA from 3 mega dinosaurs on land, sea, and air. This team was contracted by some shady mega corporation that wants to create and patent a cure for heart disease. Unfortunately, dinosaurs around the world are dying out because they can only live in equatorial climates, so the team has no choice but to venture to Isle St. Hubert. Quick heads up, this review may contain the occasional minor spoiler, but I'll do my very best to avoid them. If you've seen any Jurassic Park or World movie, then you've seen them all. The story in this film is exactly what we've seen before. Soldiers, paleontologists, a family in danger, and dinosaurs. The only new thing about this movie is that the dinosaurs on St. Hubert were unethically mutated in a secret research facility. The dinosaurs bred and dumped here couldn't be put down because the big evil corporations didn't want to claim a loss on their taxes. Like always, the main message in this movie is that corporations and greed are bad and that people and family are good. I think it's super shallow and cliche, but it works well enough. Now, the way the action and danger in this movie kick off doesn't make too much sense to me. Traveling to any of the Dino Islands is expressly illegal, so the team that ventures to this island is tiny to avoid suspicion. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the local coast guards and navies would have a way to detect trespassers regardless of the size of the ship or crew. Also, I feel like the team that ventures out is severely, and I mean severely, underprepared. They're going after mega-sized dinosaurs with essentially no weapons. Everybody has like a pistol and that's really it. So it's no shocker that this mission quickly falls apart. I guess the mission falling apart is kind of fine, but what really irks me is the insane plot armor that some characters have. To give some more context, there's a Latino family that's sailing in the nearby waters because their father Ruben wants to have one last hurrah with his eldest daughter Teresa before she goes to college. Also on the boat is her boyfriend Xavier and the youngest daughter Isabella. She's literally an 8-year-old kid and has no business being in dangerous waters. Anyways, outside of Ruben, I think this family is so insufferable. They're shipwrecked and picked up by the DNA crew at the start of the film, and then they get separated again and are forced to navigate the island solo. This family was in the movie purely for comedic relief and children's toy merchandising. There is zero danger posed to the family. Any dinosaurs that attack them either get killed off by another dinosaur or they miss every bite they take and lose interest. There are no stakes at all, and the movie feels very Disneyfied with Isabella, her candy, and a mini dinosaur. Personally, I would have been fine without this family in the film in exchange for a larger mission crew. If you look at a poster of the movie, then you can quickly tell who in the crew is going to survive and who isn't. As you watch the movie, you can also quickly pick this up because the movie doesn't take the time to introduce or flesh out the crew members who will die. Unfortunately, as a result, I didn't care about the crew members who died. I think this movie would have been much better if we excluded the Delgado family and included some more crew members and actually fleshed them out. I think it would have increased the stakes and made this movie much more emotional. Which, speaking of emotional, there is one fake out scene towards the end of the movie that I'm still unsure about. I like that this particular character survived the freak dino of the film, but I'm not sure how they survived. It's never explained, and this movie kind of ends abruptly. We never see what happens after the crew successfully escapes the island, so I don't know if their mission actually has an impact on the world or not. The mission feels a little standalone and shallow. I think another one of my gripes with this movie is the casting. I love ScarJo and she gives a good performance, but I don't think she should have been one of the leads. I also loved Jonathan Bailey and I thought he did well too, but he also shouldn't have been one of the leads. They're great actors, but I didn't really care for their characters. On the other hand, I loved Mahershala Ali and I think he was underutilized. He should have had more screen time along with some of the other crew members. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering what the dinosaurs in this film are like. I'll start with the 3 mega dinosaurs that the crew tracks. They go after a Mosasaurus, Titanosaurus, and Quetzalcoatlus. These dinosaurs are great and I have zero complaints. Some of the other cool dinosaurs in this movie are the Spinosaurus and T-Rex. Other returning dinosaurs like Velociraptors take a backseat to the mutated dinosaurs. I'll be honest, the mutated dinosaurs didn't really resonate with me and they lack charm and life. For example, one of the mutated dinos is a Mutodon, which is a combination of a pterosaur and Velociraptor. It's a flying dinosaur that kind of looks like a bat. Unfortunately, I think it looked goofy. Honestly, all the mutant dinosaurs looked weird to me. Even the main big bad in this movie, the Distortus Rex, looks very alien xenomorphic and feels out of place in this world. Don't get me wrong, it's a very cool design, it just feels out of place in Jurassic World and it was very underutilized. I also want to mention that this movie has a lot of minor inconsistencies that it kind of just brushes off. Within a span of 5 years, the general populace views dinosaurs as boring and don't go to zoos or museums, forcing them to shut down due to low ticket sales. Stuff like that doesn't really make sense in this world to me. I also don't understand why there's ancient ruins ruins in a cliffside that serve as a dinosaur nest. How did those ruins get there and who took the time to build them? It feels very Indiana Jones, which is cool, but it's never really explained. So there are a lot of little things like that end up piling up for me. I know I've mostly been ranting and offering suggestions, but I did enjoy the movie. There was just a lot of room for improvement and less franchise commercialization. One of the things I thought was good in this movie was the general vibe. This definitely is a Jurassic World movie. As always, the music and theme song are great and nostalgic. The score is fantastic and helps you recognize this is a franchise movie. Alexander Desplat did a great job. Also, the island is stunningly beautiful. I really admire how the production and CGI managed to make and capture an island that looks so mythical yet real. There's a focus on atmosphere over spectacle. Shot on 35mm film, there's a beautiful graininess in the on-location shots of Thailand, swamps, and caves. I also admire the blend of practical animatronics and CGI. Despite my complaint about Isabella's mini Aqualops being purely a child's toy, I love that it was an animatronic. I think animatronics are a lost art and I get some joy when I see them. This film doesn't feel like it kicks off a new Jurassic World franchise or rebirth, but I do hope that in whatever film comes next, they capture the practical nostalgia and beauty of the prior films. Jurassic World Rebirth is certainly entertaining, but it rarely does anything new. The story, for better or worse, is formulaic. A ragtag crew ventures to a restricted island full of dinosaurs, gets in over their heads, and tries to make it out alive. You've seen it before, so you know it's fun. The only novelties are new names and mutated dinosaurs. While the film tries to introduce fresh ideas like these genetically tampered rejects, these concepts feel more like background dressing than meaningful narrative shifts. There are a lot of minor inconsistencies, no emotional stakes, and no compelling characters, but at the end of the day, this is a movie in a universe where dinosaurs roam freely. If you turn your brain off and go in expecting slick visuals, a nostalgic score, and some gnarly dino set pieces, you'll have a good time. It's certainly not my favorite Jurassic movie, but it gets the job done. Thank you for listening to my review of Jurassic World Rebirth. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the content, thank you for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.